Hello, my LGBT cuties, and welcome back to another episode of A Jaded Gay. I'm Rob Lovelace, and today we're talking about being single and why it's time to stop treating singlehood like a problem that needs to be solved. Now, being single is often viewed as a temporary state, something people are expected to move through on their way to a relationship. Society tends to celebrate milestones like dating, marriage, and starting a family while treating singlehood as something incomplete. As a result, many single people face assumptions that they're lonely, unhappy, or simply haven't found the right person yet. Researchers and relationship experts have a name for this phenomenon: single shaming. It stems from the belief that being in a relationship is somehow more valuable than being single. Common comments like "you'll find someone soon" or "you must be lonely" may seem harmless, but they actually reinforce the idea that happiness is tied to having a partner. And for LGBTQ+ people, there can be additional layers to these conversations. Stereotypes about gay men, dating, and relationships often create unfair assumptions about why someone might be single. But research suggests that social stigma, limited dating opportunities, and the challenges of navigating identities can all influence relationship experiences. And the reality is far more complex than the stereotypes suggest. What's often missing from these conversations is the recognition that being single can be a fulfilling and intentional way of life. In fact, recent surveys have found that many singles aren't actively looking for relationships at all. Instead, they're focused on careers, friendships, personal growth, travel, creative pursuits, or simply enjoying their independence. The bigger lesson is that fulfillment doesn't have to wait for a relationship. A meaningful life can be built through passions, goals, community, and self-discovery. Relationships can certainly add to our lives, but they shouldn't be the sole measure of our happiness or success. And one of the healthiest ways to embrace singlehood is to invest in yourself. Explore hobbies that bring you joy, strengthen your friendships, spend time discovering what makes you feel fulfilled outside of romantic relationships. And remember that being alone and being lonely aren't the same thing. At the end of the day, being single isn't a failure, a waiting room, or a sign that something is missing. Instead, it's simply one of the many valid ways to experience life. So whether you're single by choice, circumstance, or somewhere in between, your worth isn't determined by your relationship status. So if you want to learn more about singlehood, relationship expectations, and what it means to build a fulfilling life on your own, check out the podcast episode and blog post linked below. And remember, every day is all we have, so you gotta make your own happiness.